Back in the 1970s, psychologist Paul Ekman named 6 basic emotions that he claimed were generally experienced throughout all human civilizations. A 2017 study found that there are much more basic emotions than previously thought. In a study published in the Proceedings of the National Academy of Sciences, researchers found 27 distinct types of emotions. Rather than being completely separate, the researchers discovered that people perceive these emotions on a gradient. Let's take a closer look to some of the most fundamental forms of emotions and how they influence human behavior. Out of 6 emotions we are going to study today, the first one is happiness. Happiness is the most sought after emotion among all others. Happiness is frequently defined as a positive emotional state marked by emotions of contentment, joy, enjoyment, satisfaction, and well-being. This type of emotion is sometimes expressed through facial expressions such as smiling, body language such as a relaxed stance, and tone of voice, an upbeat, pleasant way of speaking. While happiness is regarded as one of the most fundamental human feelings, our beliefs about what causes happiness are highly impacted by society. Happiness has been connected to a wide range of outcomes, including enhanced longevity and marriage satisfaction. In contrast, unhappiness has been related to a number of negative health effects. Stress, anxiety, despair, and loneliness have been related to poorer immunity, higher inflammation, and a shorter life expectancy. The second is the sadness. Now, sadness is another sort of emotion that is commonly defined as a fleeting emotional state marked by feelings of disappointment, sadness, hopelessness, apathy, and a low mood. Sadness, like other emotions, is something that everyone experiences on some times. In rare situations, people may endure extended and intense spells of sadness which can lead to depression. Sadness can be expressed in a number of ways, including crying, dampened mood, lethargy, quietness, and withdrawal from others. The nature and severity of sadness vary depending on underlying causes, as does how people deal with such emotions. The third is fear. Fear is a powerful feeling that can help you survive. While you are in danger and experience terror, you go through the flight or fight response. This response ensures that you are prepared to properly deal with hazards in your environment. Expressions of this type of emotion can include facial expressions such as widening the eyes and pulling back the chin, body language attempts to hide or flee from the threat, or physiological reactions such as rapid breathing and heartbeat. Of course, not everyone feels terror in the same way. Some people may be more fearful than others, and specific situations or objects may elicit this emotion more frequently. Fear is an emotional reaction to an urgent threat. We can have a similar reaction to expected threats or simply our thoughts about prospective hazards, which is what we commonly refer to as worry. Social anxiety, for example, is the expected fear of social situations. The next is disgust. Now, disgust is another of the original 6 basic emotions described by Paul Ekman. Disgust can be displayed in a number of ways, including the body language as turning away from the object of disgust, physical reactions such as vomiting, retching, or nausea, facial expressions such as wrinkling the nose and curling the upper lips. This experience of revulsion can be caused by a variety of factors, including an unpleasant taste, sight, or smell. Researchers believe that this emotion arises in response to meals that could be toxic or lethal. When individuals smell or taste terrible food, disgust is a common reaction. Poor hygiene, infection, blood, rot, and death can all elicit a disgust response. This could be the body's mechanism of avoiding objects that carry transmissible diseases. Then comes the anger. Now, anger is a very intense emotion characterized by feelings of anger, agitation, irritation, and animosity towards others. Like fear, anger can trigger your body's fight or flight reaction. When a threat causes sentiments of fury, you may be inclined to fight off the danger and protect yourself. Anger is often displayed through facial expressions such as frowning or glaring, body language such as taking a strong stance or turning away, tone of voice such as speaking gruffly or yelling, physiological responses such as sweating or turning red, or aggressive behaviors such as hitting, kicking, or throwing objects. While rage is commonly associated with negativity, it may also be positive. It can be helpful in clarifying your requirements in a relationship as well as motivating you to take action and solve problems. Anger has been associated with coronary heart diseases and diabetes. It has also been associated to unhealthy habits such as aggressive driving, alcohol drinking, and smoking. Surprise, as Paul Ekman originally described, 6 main forms of human emotions. Surprise is typically transient and defined by physiological, startled response in the aftermath of an unexpected event. A great surprise could be turning away from home or returning home to find that your closest friends have gathered to celebrate your birthday. Surprise is often characterized by facial expressions such as raising the eyebrows, widening the eyes, and opening the mouth, physical response such as jumping back, or verbal reactions such as yelling, screaming, or grasping. This is why unique, surprising news occurs are more memorable than others. Surprising arguments and information are also more likely to persuade individuals, according to many researchers. Now, with these basic 6 emotions, there are other types of emotions as well. Ekman's 6 fundamental emotions are only a small sample of many other sort of emotions that human can experience. Ekman's idea proposes that these primary emotions are universal throughout cultures. Ekman later added a number of other emotions to his list, but noted that unlike his first 6 emotions, not all of these emotions could necessarily be transmitted through facial expressions. Some of the emotions described or later identified are amusement, contempt, contentment, embarrassment, excitement, guilt, pride in achievement, relief, satisfaction, and shame. Thank you for watching this video. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.